Hey everybody, in the last show I said I was going to talk about traveling with kids, some of the things you might want to think about. Looking at the length of the last video, thought maybe I would break this down into uh, two videos, maybe a third, depending on what we see as far as necessary for content. As many of you know, uh, whenever you get ready to travel anywhere, it's hard enough to pack for yourself, but then when you start having to pack for little ones, even if you got teenagers that don't want to help out, making sure that they've got everything that you're going to need, uh, because what you're used to in your life it might not be available, or in the case of today's modern electronic devices, it's not going to be cheap to replace once you get to where you're going. So it's important that you take some of these things on, really consider putting them in your backpack or whatever it is. Do not check this stuff. One, security reasons, you don't want to check electronic devices because those can disappear once they get underneath the airport. But you also want to make sure that you have them available for use for your kids, either waiting to board once you get on the plane. And there's some things that you're really going to need to have with you so that your kids are really able to enjoy the devices and it's not bothering everybody else. Biggest pet peeve for me is, people just think that everyone wants to hear their conversation, everybody wants to hear the music or the video that they're listening to. I promise you, we really don't. Okay, the person sitting next to you does not care the cool video that somebody just shared with you on Instagram or Facebook, anything like that. So it's important that you carry headphones with you. Now, what I like is pretty much everything's wireless now. I got a nice set of Bluetooth headphones. These are on the higher end. They're a nice Sony pair. You can get some cheaper ones because, let's face it, kids really don't take care of what we get them. So you don't want to get them some headphones that they're going to last for about 3 or 4 months, and then you're going to have to replace them because kids just tear them up. So you can just go ahead and start with a nice cheap pair to see how they're going to take care of them. And then, just like with a car, you progress to the better models as the kids have demonstrated that they can take care of them. Make sure that they're charged, and make sure that you have a way to charge them. And with that being said, these battery packs can be a lifesaver. Okay, this one that I got here, it can fully charge an iPad from completely dead 2 or 3 times, so it can take care of your phones. It can take care of your headphones. If you're carrying around any other devices that use a USB to charge, you can plug it right into the battery pack and it's good to go. With this one here, it does take about 3 or 4 hours to charge from dead all the way to 100%. But like I said, you are really getting some good bang for your buck. This one here, it's about 2 years ago, cost me about $45 at Best Buy. There are some cheaper ones, smaller ones that is just going to give your phone a one-time charge. But if you're going to be going on a long international flight, you don't know if the outlets at the seat are going to be working, so you want to have this battery pack to go with you. Speaking of outlets on the plane, we know that people don't take care of stuff, so the outlets can wear out on your plane. So if you're flying domestic, a good thing to maybe take with you is an international power adapter. And the reason for that is because most of your outlets on planes are going to be basically universal. You can plug in UK, Europe, Australian, US and Canada plugs into them. So if you carry a universal plug with you, you can plug your stuff into it and it's not going to fall out because it's worn out because you're picking something different than the standard US plug for the outlet. So it's just something to consider. And also when you're going through the airport, once again, those outlets are pretty worn out. If you find one that's just a straight USB, chances are it's going to be broken. So another reason to have the battery packs, because you might find an outlet and it's either going to be used by somebody else because they beat you to it, or it's just not going to work. Another important thing about traveling with these devices is make sure that you have downloaded the airline's app. The reason for that is they might have some entertainment that's available to you. If you've got a smaller amount of memory, you might have to rely on the in-flight entertainment. Airlines such as Delta, United, they have the in-flight entertainment systems mounted in the back of all the seats. Airlines like American, Southwest, you're going to have to rely on your own in-flight entertainment. So it's important that you have the app downloaded or have some movies downloaded so that you can make sure that your kids or even you have something to watch till you get to your final destination. And once again, another reason to make sure that your headphones and your battery pack has a full charge to make sure that you can make it the whole trip. Like I said, I wanted to make this one a little bit shorter, be a little bit more concise on things to consider when you're traveling with your children, or just something for yourself. Constantly looking on the plane, adults are watching their movies on their iPad. Some are even watching on their phone because they don't want to pull their iPad or laptop out. So make sure that you have headphones with you that are charged, or if you just want to plug them in, you can do that as well. You want to make sure that you have a battery pack, something that you can recharge your device. Download any apps that you're going to need on the flight, or if you've downloaded movies so that you can watch. And also consider carrying around a universal adapter so that you, if your battery bank goes dead or you leave it at home, you have that so you can plug it into an outlet at your seat. And even if it's been worn out from the people before you, you can choose a different country's outlet to use, and chances are it's going to work just fine. So I'm going to try to get this video posted, and then the next one I'm going to do is how to make sure that when you're traveling, you can find places for your children to eat, and if you're not familiar, what you can do to make sure that the kids are able to eat when you're eating, especially on a long trip. All right, look forward to everybody's feedback again. Subscribe to Raymond Giles 755 on YouTube, One Ride on this Roller Coaster on Facebook, and Raymond Giles 755 on Twitter. I'm going to be posting, continue to post videos, experiences in the lounge, some pictures to kind of give you an idea on what it's like to traveling today as we move around the world in a post-COVID world. So once again, everybody give me your feedback. Give a thumbs up on YouTube. Go ahead and like the page on Facebook, and I look forward to hearing everybody's feedback.